Hi, I'm Tammy. With today's yoga practice, we want to focus on loosening and stretching the body. It will be a nice, gentle practice, relatively short but very impactful, and we're going to focus on the hip area. And I know you're going to thank yourself for doing this afterwards. All you need for today's practice is a yoga mat if you have one. If not, and you have a carpet, you can do it on the carpet, no problem. And we also need a chair. And the chair, the only requirement with the chair is that it has no arms because we'll need to use the full space of the chair. Okay, let's get started. We want to loosen our neck to begin with. So we're going to bring our feet about hip width apart. It's important you can look down here to make sure your feet are pointing forward and parallel to each other. So you're giving yourself a nice, strong rooted sensation in the legs, which will move up and create a nice, powerful standing position for the rest of the body. And from here, you can place your hands on your hips if that's comfortable for you, or maybe just casually rest them behind your body, which I prefer is my favorite position here. And we're going to, on an inhale, slowly, very gently, raise our neck up. And on an exhale, lower the neck down, aiming to get the chin near the chest and keeping a straight spine so that you can really feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Only as far as it goes, no further. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more time on your own time. Great. Coming back to center, we're going to stretch side to side. So on an inhale, doesn't matter which side first, we'll just gently bring the head to one side as though you're looking over your shoulder, which you can do as well. Exhale back to center. Inhale the other side. Exhale back to center. And we'll do that 2 more times. Only as far as it will go. Be very gentle with yourself. The neck can be a really stiff spot for many people. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, so you can feel the stretch even deeper. And following the breath. Very good. Now we'll stretch out the shoulders. So we'll bring our arms back on an inhale as far as they can go, feeling or imagining the shoulder blades coming together behind you to create space. And on an exhale, give yourself a big hug, trying to aim to wrap the arms around your shoulders. Nice tight squeeze. You can feel the stretch definitely in the back of your upper back and shoulders, and only going as far as you can. Inhale out. Exhale, bringing the other arm on top this time. It will likely be a little more difficult. We tend to take the most comfortable arm first, only as far as you can go, and give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Why not add some self-love into it today? Very good. You might want to shake it out. Shoulders are also a nice area to relieve some stress and tension. And now we'll begin with the hips. So we want to bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart, again making sure they are straight forward and parallel to each other, not leaning out or in, which will compromise the integrity and strength of our ability to stand straight and tall. So nice, powerful, confident stance here. And then we'll bring the hands to the hips. And if you want, actually make sure you're not tightening the kneecaps too much. So try to imagine a very slight micro bend in the knees. We don't want anything to be tight or locked here. And we're going to begin to do some hip rolls very gently. We'll start in a clockwise motion, but what's important here is that we're isolating the hip area. We're not moving too forward or too back. We're just focusing on moving the hips, even if it's a tiny little circle. And we want to make sure not to lock, not to force anything where it doesn't want to go. If you come across an area that's a little bit tight or that's really telling you stop here, then stop. Maybe gently explore the area, go in the other way, creating perfect ease as we go in a circular motion. Inhaling as we come forward. Exhale as we go back. Inhale. You might want to close your eyes here to feel this amazing sensation of the tail of your spine and your hips loosening here. Exhale back, and on your own time. And when you're ready, let's go in the other direction. Again, very gently. We're not trying to push ourselves anywhere the body doesn't want to go. We're just gently stretching this part of the body, very gently challenging it to go just a little bit looser. Okay, coming back to center. Excellent. Now we're a little bit warmed up in the body. Might want to raise your knees here, just shake it out, stretch out your ankles if they're feeling a little bit tense. And then we'll move on to get the chair. So we can bring that where it's comfortable for you. Bring it here so we can see. Great. So first we're going to use the chair for support. So we'll have one arm on the chair to help us balance. Okay, and then we're going to work on the outside leg to the chair. So keeping the inside leg, again, straight, grounded. As we lift the other leg up, we don't want to tilt to one side. We want to make sure to keep really strong and rooted, keep this hip nice and straight. And we're very slowly going to lift up the other knee and then grab the knee with your hand as far as you can. If this is as far as you can go, or you can't even go that high, that's fine. If you can't bring your knee up to your hand, just bring it up wherever it can rest, on your foot, on your shin, wherever you're most comfortable. Just stay there. If you can bring your knee up, then on an inhale, try to bring your knee up closer to your chest, as far as it will go. It doesn't matter how high. And take a deep breath. On an exhale, we're going to bring the hand inside the knee here to hold it, bottom of the knee, and then breathe out as we gently bring our knee to the side, just as far as it will go. If you're here, same thing. We want to open the hip, just open it as far as it will go. Okay? So exhaling out, and take a deep breath. Feel that nice, juicy stretch in the inside of your hip, keeping the bottom leg grounded. Take a deep breath. Exhale back to center. Lift up again. And on the exhale, drop your hand to your ankle and lower your knee. And try to bring it out behind you just as far as it will go, pressing the back of your foot against your hand. So this is a nice tightening sensation in the quad, creating a nice stability here in the pelvic girdle and your hip area. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Bring your hand back to your knee and press it up as much as you can. And exhale, release. Excellent. Now we're going to do the other side. So just walk over to the other side of the chair, and we'll do exactly the same thing. So using your hand here to ground you, creating stability in the leg that's closest to the chair, as we on an inhale lift the other knee up and grabbing it with the hand for support, or of course here, anywhere you can. Inhale, bringing the knee up to the chest. On an exhale, bringing the hand inside and helping the knee stretch all the way out towards the back space behind you. Taking a breath, feeling the expansion in your inner hip. And then exhaling back to center and up to the chest. And then dropping the hand to the ankle, lowering the knee, and pressing the back of the foot towards your hand. So your foot and your hand are opposing forces here. You're pressing them both into each other, creating a nice stretch in your quads, nice nice tightening grip here for strength and stability. And then lower, raise the knee one more time. And release. Great job. Stretch it out. And then here's the fun part. We can sit down. And this will be a really nice, relaxing stretch as well. So enjoy. If you can, let's keep our feet grounded so you can actually adjust yourself on the chair to make sure that your feet are grounded on the floor. Okay. Then on an inhale, take one arm and lift it up. And on the exhale, slowly lean over to the side, feeling a nice side stretch. Try not to lean forward too much or back. Just a nice deep stretch in the side body. Inhale up. Exhale down. And the same thing on the other side. So inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. That's such a nice stretch. Now we're going to do a little bit of a side twist. So first we're going to raise both of our arms up, feeling the spine become nice and tall, just as high as you can. It can be here, it doesn't matter, as high as you can go. And on the exhale, twist your back using your arms to help you anywhere they can land, on your leg, on the chair. It doesn't matter, as long as you're helping yourself into a nice twist, keeping them back straight and tall. That's the most important thing, much more than how far you can twist. And gently on the exhale, twist as deep as you can go. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, twist. Never doing too much, only as far as you can go. Inhale the arms up. And exhale in the other direction, just as far as you can go. It might feel a little stiffer because we've just twisted on the other side, so go really gentle with yourself. You might even just want to stretch it out first and start again here. And then twist. Inhale up, stretch the spine, and exhale. And back to center. You might be feeling nice, tall, even taller than when you sat down. And these twists are just so healthy and so beneficial in keeping a healthy spine. And a healthy spine is a healthy life. There's so much energy flowing through your spine, giving yourself energy throughout the body. So it's a great work that you're doing here. Now, we want to take the legs only as far as we can go, but you'll need to come a little bit more towards the edge of your seat so that your legs have more range of motion. And bring them as far as you can. It can be here, it can be here. I'll show you the more extended version, which is here, but it really doesn't matter. As we do this practice more and more, you'll find that you'll be able to open your legs more. You'll be a little bit more flexible as time goes on. So this is, of course, a great stretch for the inner hips. Keeping your back as straight as possible, that's the key. If you have a cushion and it's more comfortable for you, you can even put the cushion behind you, which will make it easier to keep your back straight. And then from here, we're going to lift our arms up to straighten the spine, neck straight. And on the way down, we're going to bring our hands to the inside of the knee and lean forward. So we're using our feet planted firmly on the ground to help us move, and we're also using our arms to create stability. And then we're going to gently, as far as we can, only lean forward until you feel a stretch in your inner hips. As you go forward, your hands are inevitably going to be pushing your knees out, which will help with the twist. Again, not doing too much. And from here, we can take inhales to stretch, keeping the back straight. And exhale, see if you can go even a little bit further. It's okay to mobilize your quad muscles, to be using your feet to help you press against the ground, and to use your hands to gently bring your knees apart only if it's comfortable. You don't want to put any stress on your knees. The more pressure you use on your feet against the ground, the more you're protecting your knees. So make sure to have very active feet. Great. Now we can just loosen, relax for a second here. And the last thing we'll do in the chair is something similar, but just lean forward as though you're kind of on the football team and everyone's huddling together to talk in this position. Making sure your spine is straight. And then from here, on an exhale, we want to lean in with one shoulder as much as we can. So we're doing a twist, being very mindful of keeping your knees protected with the strong feet planted against the ground, and gently ease into a twist. Coming back to center, the other way. And one more time on each side. It's a nice and gentle, but at the same time, very intense and healthy twist for your spine. If you're like me, your spine, your vertebra bones might be cracking right now, which is a great sign that you're stretching. Excellent. Now we can just move the chair out of the way a little bit because we're going to get onto the floor. So here, very gently in your own time, we're going to come onto the ground, onto your mat if you have one. And we're just going to come into a very comfortable lying down position, elbows first to help guide you. And however you can, get into the flat back position on the ground. And take a couple of deep breaths. Great. Let's bring our feet up flat against the ground, about hip width apart, as close to the tail of your spine as possible, knees pointing up. And we're going to bring our hands to our knees, so we'll need to lift our feet up, bringing them to the knees. And from here, you want to feel your lower back press flat against the ground. It already feels like such a nice massage. And from here, we're going to go into very small, slight, gentle, clockwise motion. Make little circles, really getting into the hips and the lower back here. Just stretching it out. This is really exactly like giving yourself a lower back massage. Really nice and relaxing way to stretch out your pelvic girdle area. And we'll go in the other direction. Excellent. And we'll bring our feet back down to the mat or to the floor. And from here, we want to take our right ankle and cross it over the left knee, if possible. And we don't want to do too much, so if that's not possible, just bring your right foot to your left foot, just anything that you can do to try to get the hip area here to open. And this will get easier with time as well. And if you can't go any further than this, then just stay here and take nice deep breaths wherever you are. And if you can, then lift up your left leg and place your hands wherever is comfortable for you, behind your, next to your hamstrings, even around both legs, anywhere that you can, likely or under the hamstrings here. And then very gently take a deep breath. And on the exhale, pull your leg towards you. You'll feel a stretch quite deeply on the back of your right leg and hip area. It's just a really nice, very nice hip opener. And you want to use the inhale to stretch and allow space into the body. And the exhale to ever so gently try to deepen the stretch. Great. Now release and bring both feet to the ground. Take a deep breath, reposition if you need to. And we'll do the other side. So bringing the left leg crossed over, if you can, the right knee, or anywhere you can go, aiming with your intention to get it as high as it can go until your leg's crossed. This position might feel familiar to you, that you might have done it in a sitting up position many times throughout your life, and we're going to get back into it with ease. And then lifting the foot off the ground, bringing your hands to your leg for support. If your knees are feeling compromised, flexing your feet will really help to protect the knees, so that's something to be aware of. And then inhale. And exhale, gently pressing your legs towards you, only as far as you can go. Breathing deeply. Inhaling gives you space. Exhale, release. Go a little bit deeper. And release. Excellent job. Last but not least, we're going to bring our feet together at the soles of the feet, as close to the tail of your spine as possible, but you can be here, anywhere at all that is comfortable for you. And ever so gently, we're going to lower the knees only as far as they can go. Now you have to test it out to see how this feels. If you find that it's really painful, if it's just you can't go any further, perfectly fine. You might want to grab some cushions as high as you need to support the knees and allow them to drop comfortably. And if you can just drop the knees as far as they can go. You can keep your hands on your legs to give a gentle reminder that gravity can help you do the work here. As you breathe into the possible pain you might feel here, of course, if it's too much pain, saying stop, then stop, put some cushions. Having the cushions under you will give you the support you need, but will also allow you to stretch as you work with the breath. And if not, just let the knees fall. You might want to put your hands on your inner hips here. This will also help give a nice gentle touch, a nice reminder to your hips that they're doing a great job stretching today. And inhale, exhale. Now we've reached the end of our sequence for today. If this is comfortable for you, I find this very relaxing. You can stay here as long as you'd like, up to 5 minutes even. If not, you might want to very gently come out of the pose, come back into a flat lying down position, legs apart, arms also spread apart, palms facing up, away from your body. And just feel the energy moving in your body. Feel the work that you've just done to loosen your body, to give yourself more ease in your movements. You can also stay here for as long as you'd like, taking a nice rest. You've earned it, definitely. And just staying here as long as you'd like. You can stop the video and just keep relaxing here. When you're ready to come up, you want to come onto the side here. We want to be very slow. We don't want to have the blood rush to the head too quickly as we come up and rush away from the head, that is, to the rest of your body. So we just want to take a moment here from a curled up position and then very gently come back to sitting or standing, whatever is most comfortable for you. You might want to come into a nice cross-legged position, and if you can, if this is comfortable for you. And I just want to thank you for being here with me to do this practice. I hope you enjoy it, and if you repeat the practice, I hope you enjoy finding the benefits that will come increasingly day after day. And thank you so much. Namaste.